everyone and welcome to another focus repair video. It's been ages since the last time I've done something in this car, and that was the upgrade of the rear spoiler. I have been terribly busy in my personal life. Also, I have been doing some work on the E12 and many other things. In case you were wondering why I still got this car, well, as I mentioned on my previous video about the Volvo S40 when I sold it to Alex Kirsten from Auto Alex, I had intentions of replacing this car with a different one, Toyota Corolla, on a Civic, or even a Toyota Avensis. But I couldn't find nothing that I did really like, and also within the budget. And adding to the fact that I have been very busy in my personal life, looking for cars would take too much of my time. Plus, this car has been truly remarkable. It has been very reliable, very dependable. It has taken me everywhere. It has been cheap to run, so I thought I might as well just keep it. So here I am, keeping it in a good roadworthy condition by doing another repair. And this time I'm going to replace the lower gearbox mount, which is something that you replace every so often, and it is one of the three mounting points that attach the whole engine and gearbox onto the car. There are three mounts. This one here, the upper mount, which I've made a video a couple of years ago. There's another mount which is under the battery tray, and there is another one symptoms of a failed lower gearbox mount is when, and that is my case, when I pull out in first from a stationary position, either from a parking space or from or at traffic lights, there's a knocking noise that you can hear just coming from underneath the car. The other occasion could be when you downshift. For example, on my way home there is quite a bit of a hill, and sometimes I have to shift from fourth to third, and sometimes from third to second, and I notice a little bit of a jolt from the engine when I downshift. There's a bit of a shake coming from the front, and that's because the bracket at the bottom does not support the rocking of the engine. Now let's have a look. It's a very simple job to do, minimal tools, and you can do it in 10 minutes or something like that. So the first thing to do is to jack up the car, secure it on an axle stand, and then remove the under tray. There are 7 of these Torx screws that you can see in here. 7 of those. Use a Torx number 30 and remove all of them. The under tray, it will reveal the under tray bracket. I'm going to spray with some penetrating fluid in here and also over there on the top where this bolts on. And I'm going to use this brand new Bulldogs PDX. I'm not sponsored by them. I just heard about it on other YouTube channels, and they say it is basically the dog's danglies. It's the ultimate thing when it comes to penetrating fluids, and I'm going to give it a test now and see if it is as good as they claim. Okay, now it has been soaking for a while. I'm going to try and undo this bolt here first using a number 15 socket and my trustworthy breaker bar. And also a number 15 socket for this bolt here. There you go. Now here it is, the old part, and as you can see in here, it's starting to split in some areas, so I got it just in the nick of time, and I think this was the original one because it says here 12th of March 2010, and 2010 is the date of manufacture of the car, so I think I got it just really in time, and it will be just a matter of weeks or probably moments until it failed completely. But lasted 10 years. I don't think it's bad going. Then as a replacement I got this one, and some of you might question why I got this one. I'm afraid to say that I've got the cheapest one. It only cost me under £20. It's the older design. I think it just at some point around 2008, 2009 Ford changed to this one, and this was all the design. Probably must be a good reason about it, but times are hard, and I'm more than happy to change for it. To be honest, it will last probably the time I will own the car anyway, so I think it'll be just as good. Now let's put it back in.
Because of the design of the old part, it is much easier to slot into place.
Bit of BDX to lubricate. And then I will torque this in the end. Okay, torque settings now, 80 Newton meters. Now, whilst I was underneath, I noticed another problem, and this. This has become detached because of rust, so I have to find something to do it. I might just need to get this grinded and then welded again, but it's going to be a little bit difficult if all of this is made of entirely or rust. So I need to get a welder just to come and do this job for me, because I simply can't weld, and I'm not going to buy a welder just for this purpose alone. There's no leaks or anything like that in the car, but nevertheless it needs to be sorted. Oh well, that's a bit annoying, but it's what car ownership is. Keep repairing stuff. Well, and that was it. That was a very simple, easy job to do. I just went for a drive to make sure that there was no more noises, and hey presto, it's all good. Less a bit of a jolt coming from the engine, and a little bit of less vibration as well. Whilst I was under the car, I also take a good look at what else was happening, make sure that everything was in order, but unfortunately that metal bracket that holds the exhaust is broken, so that will need some attention at some point in the future. So that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.